So, as I'm recording this, the 2018 YouTube Rewind has recently been released. You all know the drill, it was not very good. The Rewind itself was very sappy and annoying without any contrast. I particularly found the part where they show all the charitable causes tedious because they have shown us, albeit last year, that they are willing to demonetize a literal charity if they do anything vaguely off the guidelines and it doesn't make them money. This has also been a bad year for YouTube in general. They allowed plane crash compilations to run ads since 2017 and barely did anything about it. Even when they did, the channel still got plenty of ad revenue. Meanwhile, they still threatened to censor people trying to expose the people who actually deserved demonetization. Not to mention, they actively funded trusted news sources like the one that complained about Trump eating too much fucking ice cream. They are once again going to completely ignore and distract people from this site's biggest problems. I refuse to take it any longer. I will not sit here while this site replaces us, the real YouTubers, with faceless, penny-pinching corporate entities on our own damn site. We don't have much, but what we do have is the power to dislike. It means nothing by itself, sure, but when combined with other dislikes, we can become unstoppable. Once again, we must thank the Rewind. This time, we will make the Rewind the most disliked video on YouTube. They may have taken out Emperor Lemon, but no. Scratch that. I mean, of course, you should thank the Rewind, but it's not the most important thing to do to abolish YouTube's biggest problems. The Rewind is merely a symbol for YouTube's ignorance towards its level of incompetence. Making it the most disliked video of all time is impressive, and it does raise awareness for YouTube's problems, but nothing will truly get done. YouTube will still get worse and worse, no matter how many dislikes the Rewind gets. So, what can we really do about it? Ask yourself this: why has this site been this bad for this long? Since at least 2016, YouTube has not only been cruel to people that made it popular in the first place, but knowingly, if not willingly, damaged the lives and morality of children and, by extent, civilization as a whole. Remember Elsagate? Remember how YouTube allowed pedophiles to teach children valuable lessons, such as to let themselves get kidnapped by strangers, steal their parents' car, and they will even instill learned helplessness, so they can abduct children more easily. Even now, YouTube still allows pedophiles to exploit children as long as it doesn't cost them money. Now, I don't want to jump to conclusions, but judging by the fact that YouTube demonetized and censored people who called out pedophiles and did nothing about the issue, despite having $1 billion, and waited until the second advertisers pulled their ads to do anything about it, they might have been supporting pedophiles. At least that's what they're communicating by ignoring it so long. If Nickelodeon did 1/10 of this bullshit, then they would get sued, first of all. But even without jurisdiction or any law-making power, Nickelodeon would still go bankrupt. Everyone would switch to Cartoon Network or the Disney Channel. People have the power to decide what they and their children watch and consume. And if they don't like something, or the corporation does something wrong, they can stop supporting them and consume content from a different service. The lack of this is by far the biggest and underlying reason why YouTube has become so corrupt. YouTube has no real competition. There's no user-generated video streaming service with nearly the same amount of support and funding YouTube has. Nobody gets rich off of Vimeo or Dailymotion. You'd be lucky to get a living wage off of a site like Vimeo. Everyone has to go to YouTube to get a significant following, make a living off their work, and watch other people's content. You can't just decide to stop watching YouTube no matter how much it fucks up. Or, at least not by yourself. I just explained how YouTube became unstoppable through monopolization, but what you can really do to save YouTubers and everyone else from YouTube's incompetence and Google's corruption of itself and YouTube is supporting non-YouTube platforms. I know it seems impossible, but even uploading your videos on a different site without deleting or not uploading your videos on YouTube helps a lot in the battle against monopolization, because people no longer have to go to YouTube to see your videos. Start watching videos from Vidly, BitChute, Newgrounds. I wouldn't prefer Dailymotion or Vimeo, but anything is 10 times better than YouTube. Just try not to watch YouTube as much as necessary. As long as YouTube keeps on living, it will only become stronger and stronger until it really does become impossible for anyone to compete. YouTube will be free to do whatever it wants to us and our society if we don't act soon. I don't know about you, but the fact that they supported pedophiles and demonetized charities is enough to know that they're untrustworthy. We most likely won't stop them today, but imagine if everyone who disliked this year's Rewind worked to actively support and promote alternative video streaming sites over the course of a few years. If that happened, we could very well defeat and redeem YouTube once and for all. We must not only tank the Rewind, but we must tank the monopoly itself.